Today is Tuesday, Parashat Tzav. We're going to be learning the Mussar today from Chok Israel. But before we do that, just a couple of announcements. We've been holding classes and prayers on Zoom. Tomorrow night, Wednesday night at 8:30, we're going to have a class specifically about Pesach. All you wanted to ask, whether it has to do how to kosherize certain things at Pesach, or what types of products are allowed to use on Pesach or not, maybe even how to go through the Seder. We know that many people, unfortunately, will not be able to spend the Seder of Pesach with a large crowd, with family and friends, but rather in their own homes. And maybe you would like to refresh a little bit on the Haggadah and the order of the Seder. We'll do that tomorrow at 8:30 on the Zoom. If you have any questions, just text me. I'll send you the link for it. But during these days when we are at home and actually spending the whole day and being at home for the whole time, it's a time actually to use in a positive way to develop certain things that maybe we haven't been able to do in the past. More quality times with the family, parents with their children, children with their parents, taking a little bit more time in praying. This morning we prayed Shachrit on Zoom. I think it took us close to an hour and a half almost. We said every word. We have time. We have time on our hands. People are joining more in learning Torah in the middle of the day. I have a class at 12 o'clock every day on Sefer HaChinuch. So we have more participation, and we can use that time in a positive way. As unfortunately, sometimes as we are involved so much in the workaday world and running around, we lose focus on certain things that should be really important in our lives, which is the private home of each and every person. That's how the holiday of Pesach is celebrated. It was each in his own home with his family to partake of the Korban Pesach. The holiday of Chanukah is Ishu Beto, each person in his household. So the house has a lot of importance. And during these days, as we're doing it, I guess not for a very happy occasion with all what's going on in the world, we're protecting ourselves, we're safeguarding ourselves, but at the same time, let's look at the positive aspect to be able to use it in the positive way. So we learn Chok Israel every day, and the class we have is at 8:45. Again, if you want to join us by Zoom on the daily Chok Israel class, it's at around 8:45 in the morning, or thereabouts. As we finish Shachrit, we go into Chok Israel. So the Mussar of today is saying that the importance of eating kosher food. And basically what the Mussar is saying, Ma'achalot asorot yadua ki afilu et hanefesh hem meshaketzim. The food that is not kosher, it's not that it's bad for the body, but it actually soils the soul. And the way to explain it is, as we connect with spirituality, with Torah, we connect with Hashem, through our mitzvot, through our learning of Torah, through our daily lives. If we eat non-kosher food, chas v'shalom, it clouds, it blocks the channels that can connect us better with what is available in terms of Torah and mitzvot. Because the soul becomes, if you could describe it in a way, it's like if you're wearing glasses, the glasses become clouded with something that makes it hard to see. So the more a person is careful with eating kosher food, the more he's able to connect with and to have a clearer connection with Torah and mitzvot. And I remember one time someone asked me why he couldn't feel a connection as much as he would like to, and he would like to become more observant. And my first question to him was, do you eat kosher food? And when his answer was, well, not really, I said, well, that's the first thing you got to do. And if you stop eating non-kosher food, that will help you, I told this person, to be able to connect better with the spirituality that Torah and mitzvot have to offer. The next subject in the Mussar is the idea of not taking oaths in vain. Even if something is true, do not swear, do not take an oath. The Mussar says when the Torah was given the 10 Commandments, and the one that says, not, in other words, not to swear in vain, lo tisai Shem Elokecha lashav, not to swear in vain, the whole world shook, from the importance of this mitzvah. And the Mussar goes to great length to point out how a person should be careful. Unfortunately, sometimes people in the daily speech, daily conversations, maybe it's in business, or to prove a point that they're really saying the truth, even if they're saying the truth, when they say they swear to God and mentioning the name of Hashem and taking an oath, that's something that is very not acceptable. And people have to be careful with it. And it goes to great length to say how something like that would put the person, Chaz v'shalom, the person at risk, and his family and the whole world could be shaking from the oath in vain of one person. And when we say an oath in vain, doesn't mean that it's untrue. If it's not true, that's even worse. But when it's something that is true, but is just in vain, there is no reason to take the oath, then it's still something that is not good and not acceptable. So that was from the Mussar of today of Chok Israel. And Chok Israel is an order of learning that is wonderful, that every day you get to learn so many different aspects of the Torah, from the Chumash, the Navi, the Ketubim, the Mishnah, the Gemara, the Zohar, and we do it daily, Sunday through Friday. And from time to time, I share with you some of the ideas that are in the Chok Israel. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.